Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the World Class Championship Wrestling Review Series. We are Christmas Eve, 1983, in this episode. So we are nearing or at the close, basically, except for 1 week of the year 1983. We've got 1982 and 83 all the way up, with all the episodes in chronological order as best they are offered on the network. We do see a rerun, which is already covered in previous episodes, or partial rerun for the beginning of the contest, as we are taken back to earlier in the year, as we've got action with the Von Erichs or Kevin Von Erich and Terry Gordy from a few weeks ago. Also, David Von Erich music video is first run here, although we do not know what the original song is, as the network has generic music. And then we move into a Brian Adias Kevin Von Erich promo. Von Erich says he's just there to kind of watch over things, and Brian Adias lets us know that he has been in the Pacific Northwest, Don Owens territory, for the last several months, but he's home for the holiday season. Von Erich says he wants to come and watch some of the action. We do see a couple debuts this week, some of which are just people passing through, I think, although I'm not 100% sure. Others of which are a little more insidious. Doug Vines against the Missing Link. Missing Link is only here for probably 6 to 8 months at best, as he does go into the World Wrestling Federation for a few months late in 84, I think summer of 84, so he's not here too long, but he is a brawler who is right after his opponent, the returning from a few weeks ago, Doug Vines. And Link is a very bizarre person. I remember reading his autobiography, saying at one point in the late 60s, early 70s, he was considered for the NWA Championship. I don't think that's true, but who's to say? I don't know for sure. Link uses every brawling tactic he can, sends his opponent into the outside ring post, body slams with authority and the like, and really doesn't adhere to many, if any, rules. Link is willing to cause blood on his opponent through biting and other things, cheating, choking the man out over the ropes, and I think it'll be interesting to see where they go with the Link. I'm not familiar with 84 area mid-Atlantic or world class, so it'll be interesting to see where they go with him. It's obviously fed to the Von Erichs eventually, but he even grabs a bear hug, runs the man into the buckle, and then just kind of drops him forward, and with a inverted atomic knee drop, and just, Link is not afraid to be a little different, to say the very least. But he journeys up to that top rope, diving headbutt, and gets the victory. Then we've got another very interesting match. I don't know if this is just a pass-through, or maybe Ernie Ladd coming through Texas to grab the book for a bit. I don't know what the deal is with this. It comes out of nowhere, but Ernie Ladd and Kamala, the two big men going at it, and Ladd is most notably, I guess you'd say, acknowledged for his work in Mid-South, among other places, but Mid-South, I think, is where he stands out the most. He and Kamala stand toe-to-toe. One thing I really like about Ernie Ladd, even here, is his adroitness at selling and going after Kamala without backing down, but still showing the sell facially. I think it's especially big guys have difficulty doing that. It looks devastated by even a simple chop, but doesn't lose any of his power, being 6'8", 6'9" himself. And it is clear that Ernie Ladd is having all that he can handle from Kamala. Kamala has been well protected here. The attempted body slam, of course, that $10,000 challenge, still technically in play from Akbar, even though he hasn't paid off on it. And Akbar gets pulled into the ring, disqualification victory for Ladd. We then move on to our main event of the evening, and that is a tag team attraction. Jimmy Garvin and Terry Gordy versus Chris Adams and Johnny Mantell. Obviously not a super flashy, but I mean, if you've got several months invested in the Garvin and Adams program, and it's clear that you do, Garvin certainly wanting to get that championship back, and the ladies, Precious and Sunshine, also wanting to go at each other in a meaningful, vicious way, and that is exposed here on Christmas Eve night of 1983. The tag match is kind of a breakdown and departure from a good bit of rules, as Garvin and his partner are willing to do anything to win, and that would be expected from Gordy and Garvin, respectively. Obviously, Mantell still the consummate wrestler. Garvin and Gordy kind of going at it about who should have to get in there. Adams pulls Garvin into the middle of the ring with the up and down spot, and he uses a slingshot, among other things, right into the corner. Good team for Mantell and Adams. Garvin is bumping all over the ring. That's why I think the more heat he has on him, the more insane or driven Jimmy Garvin gets. Because if you notice, his best matches are when he's in a good program. I mean, not that his other matches are bad, but there's a certain level that he'll turn it up to on TV if he's in there with a guy like with Adams or whatever. And obviously, the much slowed down Johnny Mantell break off by the heels as the Gordy comes back in. It's an almost bionic looking elbow, a la Dusty Rhodes does Gordy, on the top of the head of Adams. And then there's, kind of the power moves there. The heels have the ring cut off quite a bit here on Christmas Eve, and needless to say, the heels also send Mantell over the top rope to the floor, so that leads to a breakdown, but the referee doesn't see that, and a pinning attempt and a victory for the team of Mantell and Adams. The ladies go at it, basically trying to rip each other's clothes off. Referee loses all control. Garvin only lets this go on for about 30 seconds before pulling Precious out of things, and we close Christmas night, or Christmas Eve night, with a cat fight here in World Class. We'll be back with more right after this.